hope you're all feeling okay. Back in my kitchen again. Gosh, seem to be in this kitchen all the time at the moment. Thanks for coming and joining me this morning, or not. Maybe you're joining me later in the day. As you know, Mental Health Awareness Week. And today I'm here to give you some advice on how to maybe sleep a little bit better. Again, I'm no expert. Have suffered from insomnia myself in the past. Fortunately not anymore at the moment, touch wood. Although, yeah, I think it's one of those things that we can all suffer from occasionally. And obviously at times where stress levels change, then we become much more susceptible to it. I mean, there's lots of reasons why you might not be sleeping. The most common one is there's something on your mind, something worrying you. And let's be honest, these are worrying times, so we've probably all got a little bit of that going on. It can be things at work as well, it can be financial worries, all those kind of things, and just keep your brain ticking over and you just can't switch off in the evening. There's lots of other reasons as well, of course. It can be health related, and it's very difficult if it's health related to get yourself back into a natural pattern. There are times when you possibly need to go and see a doctor. I'm not dealing with that side of not being able to sleep. These are just general tips that will help people who are suffering from bouts of not being able to sleep, and simple things you can do to make it more likely that you'll fall asleep. I can't promise results, but yeah, they're things that might help you. So one of the important things, obviously, is actually having a good routine in place generally. And I talked about the importance of having a positive routine on Monday. Getting up, going to bed at similar times every day really helps your body. It gets used to that schedule. So if you can try and maintain a similar time of going to bed, getting up, your body is going to react to that by knowing it's time for bed and sort of in its own state, naturally starting to relax. It's time for bed. Of course, I'm not saying you have to go to bed at exactly the same time every day, but that sort of natural pattern really helps your body. It responds to it. Also, just by becoming more active during the day, increasing your physical activity levels will help. It means that your body will become more tired. It'll naturally feel that it needs to go to sleep. I know many of you who watch this are probably quite active anyway. But yeah, keeping yourself active, doing more, does help you sleep more. I'm sure you've all noticed that. You go out for a beautiful run, a lovely long walk, and don't you sleep well that night? Just because you've had that really positive surge of physical activity through the body. So that's all really, really useful as well. Hi there, thanks for joining me today. It's good to see people coming in, that's lovely. So yeah, great to see you all, little smiles. Going back to where we were. Another thing to do, which again is very general advice, is avoiding stimulants before bed. By stimulants, I mean drinks with caffeine in them, tea and coffee, alcohol, sugary drinks, food in general really, but particularly sugary foods, anything that's likely to give your body a rush of energy, obviously is going to have the opposite effect just before you want to go to bed. Also, the danger with drinking too much before bed is that, particularly as we get older, your poor bladder can't cope with it. It's going to wake you up in the middle of the night. So it's kind of common sense. If you're having problems sleeping, don't drink too much before you go to bed, because then that's going to be made worse by being woken up by the need to go to the bathroom. Also, if you eat heavy meals, your body's there trying to digest food when it should be in a state of calm and relaxation. So yeah, avoiding those stimulants is really good practice. I'd say for an hour, maybe longer before going to bed. And if you do want to drink, up to 2 hours, an hour before you go to bed, try and choose water, milky drinks instead, and also limit it. Maybe have a smaller cup. A lot of us drink out of big mugs. Again, avoid that, else you're going to have that waking up in the middle of the night effect, which is, as I say, if you've already got interrupted sleep pattern, being woken up to use the bathroom as well doesn't help. That's a fairly common sense advice, really. These days, a lot of us spend an awful lot of time on our phone, our tablet, our laptop. This is something else that you want to try and stop before bedtime. Limit or avoid it if you can, again, for about an hour before you go to bed. There's lots of scientific research that shows that the lighting on these screens can interfere with the brain waves. I don't fully understand the science, but by limiting your use, that again enables your body to get more ready for bed. So switching off, avoiding screen time for about an hour before bedtime is really good practice. If you've got one of those phones that's constantly beeping, it's also going to interrupt you. So either switch it to a silent mode or actually leave the phone in another room. Now, if you're like me, I use the phone as an alarm, so that's not an option. But yeah, do mute things. Switch it to aeroplane mode. Something that prevents it making noises that can bother you. Constant updates, all that buzzing, it's there in the back of our head bothering us. Either in the approach to sleep or actually when we try to sleep. So yeah, get away from that screen time. Instead, try something else. Try reading, try knitting, try yoga, Pilates, anything that helps you to relax in some way. Put on a bit of music, calming music. Probably not the music you'd want for a sort of big cardio blast, but something calming and peaceful. So it's all just getting your body ready to relax and move towards that sleep zone. And then I think probably the other sort of really key advice I can give is, if you actually do wake up and you're lying there and you're feeling, oh my God, it's going round and round in circles, I can't sleep, and you're watching the clock and it gets worse, then the best advice I can give you is get up and do something. Go make yourself a milky drink, go read a book, go do some sewing until you start to feel sleepy again. Because lying there in the dark, particularly if you've got someone else next to you sleeping, it's a vicious circle. You're just there and you start to hate the person next to you because they can sleep. Their snoring keeps you awake. It's a vicious circle. So get up, go out, do something else until you feel sleepy and then come back to sleeping. One of the most important things, or one of the most helpful things I find are relaxation breathing techniques. And what I'm going to talk you through are 2 breathing techniques now. And they're both concerned with stimulating the vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve is a nerve that connects your brain with most of the major organs in your body. It's responsible for controlling things like hunger, your immune system, your calming or more agitated state, that sort of fight or flight reaction. So it's a very important nerve. We tend to forget about this. We take a pill for everything, but your body's got its own system, and that vagus nerve connects you with all of the different organs, and your body, if it's in homeostasis, has everything working together in connection. Techniques like yoga, which focus on breathing, actively employ breathing to help control this. So that's why if you practice things like yoga, you probably don't have as many problems with sleeping anyway, because it does help the patterns. Now this vagus nerve, we can help stimulate it by doing something called belly breathing, which people tell you when you get nervous, when you get frightened, take some deep breaths. Yeah, you've seen that if people are suffering a panic attack, you give them a brown paper bag and get them to breathe in and out of it. And again, it's about those deeper breaths which come from around the diaphragm, which is close to your belly. When we get nervous, we tend to breathe more shallowly through the chest. So just to get your awareness, I'd like you to just take your hands and place, it doesn't really matter which one, but your right hand on your belly, left hand on your chest. Okay? And take some deep belly breaths. Now, there's all sorts of advice on whether you should be breathing through your nose, through your mouth, either one, just the nose, just the mouth, whatever. It's really whatever feels best for you, but personally I like breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay? So we take a nice deep breath in through the nose, and as we do that, what you should feel is that belly pushing out, not the chest. Okay, so you imagine you're trying to fill that lung area, the thoracic cavity, from the bottom upwards, and you're taking a really deep breath, filling up through those lungs. Yeah, and if you can feel that belly, then you're engaging the diaphragm, and then gently breathing out, and you should then feel that belly go back in slightly. Okay, so another nice deep breath in. And back out. Okay. If you can feel this part of your body, you feel your left hand moving, then you're still breathing in through the chest. You're doing that shallow breathing, which is what we do in the fear of flight. So just consciously think, okay, no, that's not quite right. And deep breathe in again, so you can feel your right hand and your belly coming out and coming in. And what that is, that's the diaphragm. And the diaphragm moves up and down and helps constrict, and it helps the thoracic cavity to expand and decrease as we fill it with air and reduce it. Okay. That movement of the diaphragm stimulates the vagus nerve, and that helps send a signal to your brain telling you it's time to relax. It tells your heart to slow down. That then triggers a response, and your body will release a chemical that tells it all to calm down. Okay. So this is all aiding relaxation just by breathing to your belly. How simple is that? Okay. You only need to do a few of these. The more often you do this breathing technique, the quicker you are to get into that routine and to be able to follow it, and so be able to calm the body. Okay. Keeping that in mind, I'm going to introduce you to another form of breathing, which is once we've got the belly breathing under control, so we're thinking about breathing deeply from the belly, we can come to something called box breathing or square breathing. And if you can think of it literally like four sides of a square. And what we do is we breathe in, starting at the top, we breathe in for the count of 4. And we then hold that breath for a count of 4. We then exhale slowly for a count of 4. And then we hold for a count of 4. So again, what we're doing is we're slowing down the breathing, deep breaths. Again, that slows down the heart rate, which creates this message to the vagus nerve to release a chemical which creates this calming, relaxing effect in the body. Okay. When you're first doing this, again, you might find it easier to do in a calm, quiet room on your own. You might find it easier lying flat on the floor. You need to do it somewhere where you feel safe. You don't want things going on around you. It needs to be a calm, quiet space where you're safe from interruptions. Nobody's going to bother you. So wherever that might be, it might be your bedroom, it might be a quiet room within the house. It might just be anywhere where you can close the door on the kids. Okay, I find it quite helpful to close my eyes down during this, so I'm just going to guide you through it for a couple of repetitions. Because again, some people find it helps just to listen to someone else's voice. Obviously when you're doing this on your own, over a bit of time, you'll be able to do that yourself. And it helps again if you can calm yourself down and speak to yourself, maybe as if you were talking to a child, trying to calm them down. So you're taking the stress out of the voice and keeping it all nice and calm. Okay, so if you close those eyes down for me, you can just rest your hands wherever you feel comfortable. Okay. And we're going to start at the top corner by breathing in for the count of 4. So we're going to inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, and hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, inhale, hold, exhale, hold, Now just release that hold and just let yourself breathe naturally, but still staying with that belly breathing. So breathing in, deep into that belly, and gently releasing. And observe, notice that rising of the belly and sinking of the belly. Notice the little noises around you. Just try and push them to the side and focus on that breathing, that gentle rising and falling of the belly. Now, very, very gently in your own time, open those eyes. Maybe give those shoulders a little roll. Maybe give your wrists a little twist around. Maybe your ankles or your legs, whatever's feeling a little bit tight or tension-wise. And hopefully you're feeling a little bit better now. Hopefully you're feeling calmer. They're really simple techniques that you can practice anywhere. The more frequently that you take time out to practice them, the easier it becomes to just zone out and bring yourself into that calm state. Okay, there you go then, guys. Hopefully you'll find that helpful. Yeah, any comments, please do make them. I'm sure that other people accessing this will be grateful for any comments, tips you've got that you found work for you. So yeah, please add them either to the end of this post or add them to the page. Other than that, take care, enjoy this beautiful sunny day, and hopefully have a lovely, peaceful night's sleep tonight. See you again tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Stay safe, stay active, stay home. Okay. Bye now.